If you're trying to figure out what to do now that we're done with Spotify, here's the thing. We got to start thinking of music as something other than an infinite, inexhaustible resource. We got to start thinking about music as a creation of real culture workers, real culture laborers. It's finite, it's exhaustible, and the conditions in which it is created really do matter about the kind of product that you get. If you want culture to be good and you want some things that are worth it, then you've got to make sure that musicians are paid. Otherwise, you're going to get Nepo baby slop, you're going to get AI slop, you're going to get people that don't have a lot worth saying. So yes, thinking about music as an actual finite material like commodity, it's the future and it's the past. And right now we've been living in this little moment where Spotify has kind of propaganda us so heavily that we think of music as just something that's in the ether. It's just kind of content oxygen, and we'll never run out of it, and we can just kind of inhale and exhale it passively, when in fact, this is something that somebody works for. You know what I mean? So concretely, that means, hey, you gotta get rid of Spotify. You got to. Every little thing they've done wrong is like the scales, like the enjoyment over here, and then all the shit they've done over here. So the scales are like this. You know what I mean? You could weigh that little weirdo's soul against a feather, and it just. But here's the thing: move to Tidal, or move to Qobuz. But even better, if you don't want to do streaming, I'm going to recommend people start getting back into physical media. Because I think having to curate your taste actually matters. I think one of the things that Spotify has successfully sold us, in that kind of like radical hyper commodification of culture and of art, is that like we don't have to actually actively engage the things that we listen to and consume as culture. And I think getting back into physical media makes us listeners again, like makes us readers again. You know what I mean? Like it makes us have to confront the things that we consume and that we listen to. The other thing is that doing that is going to mean that you're putting a lot more money in artists' pockets. And, something like Spotify, a lot of the money that are made by little artists on the bottom like me, more of that gets funneled up to big artists like Drake on the top. So it also kind of inverts the economic relationships between that are going on. So like, I'm going to get the money that I frankly deserve for making the things that I've made, instead of making sure that I get paid pennies so that Drake gets paid a couple more pennies. You know what I mean? I don't know if any of this makes sense, but I'm about to have a baby any minute now. So I'm just going to post this. Get off of Spotify, pay people for their stuff, and if you can't do that for whatever reason, go to Tidal or Qobuz. You know what I mean? Bandcamp's great too.